So I'm about to begin Islam. Coming on to the stereo app because Instagram is trash. Actually, I'm locked out of Instagram. I don't care. I was actually on the fence about leaving it because it's just too much work setting it up and all that stuff with the tripods and whatnot. When I can just hop on here, I don't have to get you. I can stay in my bonnet and my PJs. Probably too much information. So now I got something to share. Islam. Welcome, 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 welcome. All right. So let's begin. Today is day 39 of the 77 days of elevation. All right, it is a third quarter moon in Pisces, and the theme for this day is release. Well, we're actually leaving the third quarter moon in Pisces, but I will get to that. All right, so first, let me give all praise to Allah, honors to his forerunner Marcus Garvey, and prophet in these days, Noble Drew Ali. All right, I am Sister Zahra Bay. You can find all of my information at linktree/Califa Media. That's linktr.ee. I'm sorry, linktr.ee/Califa Media. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and tell all your friends. Subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, again, today is day 39 of the 77 days of elevation. Gratitude to those who are participating, and gratitude to those who have shown their support for those participating. You still have time to get in. However, we have passed the 40-day mark, but according to the Moore whose bright idea this was in the first place, you only need 22 days to form or break a habit. So you still got time. All right. As usual, 7 connections. Moorish matchmaking is looking for Moors who are looking for Moors for the purpose of obligation. You can find them at 7. That's the number, the digit 7, not those written out word. 7 connections, Moorish matchmaking, and that's on Instagram. All right. Let's see. Unity Peace Pipe ceremony. They're actually getting ready to leave. I think this Monday, right? No. They're leaving Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and we are still collecting funds to help offset the expenses because they will be up there until the 22nd, so nearly a week. Gratitude, major, supreme, unending gratitude to those who have supported, especially to those who have purchased or donated to receive the gift of the souvenir T-shirt. I mean, wow, that's proof right there that Moors will support each other, because it just blew my mind. It's like, wow, I didn't even know if that would work, that people would purchase T-shirts for an event that they can't attend because Canada's still, the corporate Canada is still tripping. But thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot begin to express my gratitude enough. And there will be more offerings coming up in the future. Let's see. And of course, please donate to Mercy Charities. .org. That's MRCI charities.org to keep our coffers funded. All right, because we are doing good things for our community. Let's see, other announcement. MSTA Temple number 27, Soul Temple number 27. They are present pretty much every day at 7 p.m. Eastern on the Zoom platform. You need to contact either Brother Atazaz Bey, that's Atazaz Bey, or his wife, Anana Bey, that's with an I, at Bey Anana, that's BEYINANNA, and both of those are on Instagram, and you can contact them to gain access to the temple. I don't know, maybe you can Google Soul Temple number 27 and it might come up, and you can get on the website and request access that way. Okay, but they are very active. So today, again, they're there pretty much every day at 7 p.m. on the Zoom platform. Today, they have Sunday school at 7 p.m. Monday is the community building workshop. I love that one. That's where all the business-minded Moors come and present their ideas and offer suggestions of how we can actually, take our places in the affairs of men and get our nation together. All right. So Monday is community building workshop. Tuesday, I think they have the Young Men's Business League. Wednesday is the Sisters Auxiliary. I don't think they have anything on Thursday, or I might have the Young Men's Business League meeting. That's either on Tuesday and Thursday. I'll check. And Friday is the Holy Day meetings, right? And then Sabbath they rest. So if you have any announcements, please send them to me at califamedia@gmail.com, or you can DM them directly to me on Instagram or Facebook. Let's see. Other announcements. Yesterday there was a new album drop. What is this called? Mordians, El Beyonders, featuring I should be ashamed of myself. I'm gonna bring it up so I don't get it wrong. It's a new album. It's in Califa Media store. Just go to califamedia.com/storefront and sort by newest, and it'll come right up. There it is. It's Mardians El Beyonders, featuring Brother Asim, Morris MC, and Rob Cal L. It's 19 tracks of fire, and it includes album art. Again, that's available at califamedia.com/storefront, or you can just go on califamedia.com and it's right there at the top. All right, so that's that. Again, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Cool, flying through this. Y'all like this one. Just get to record it, and then I can like add graphics and everything to it now. Okay, so again, these sharings are limited to the moon cycles, because if you study how the moon is in a sign, you're learning those signs, like the characteristics of those signs, right? And then you can generalize that to the moon. That's why I'm just focusing on the moon for those who are like either like new to this, or I'm sharing some shortcuts that I've learned in my 20 plus years of studying astrology. So for instance would be, okay, the moon is emotion and Aries is aggression. So switch it up, aggressive emotion. Okay. Moon in Taurus, or moon in Taurus. Okay. So moon is emotion, Taurus is value. So I value emotion, right? Now let's switch that planet and put in Venus, for instance. So Venus is pleasure, Mars or Aries is aggression. So Venus in Aries is aggressive pleasure. Okay. Moon is emotion, right? So if you put it in, no, I already did my Venus in Taurus. So pleasure, or I'm just using pleasure because Venus stands for a lot of stuff. So pleasure, and Taurus is value. So I value pleasure. So that's what I meant about focusing on the moon, so you can learn how to generalize the other planets. And today's moon is a third quarter moon in Pisces. It goes void, of course, at 11 a.m. today, Eastern, which is why I'm on here now, because I wanted to get in here before the moon went void, because anything initiated under a void moon usually does not progress. So you can use that. You can actually use that to your advantage, but I'm trying to avoid a disadvantage. So it goes void, of course, in about 8 minutes, and then into Aries at 4:43 p.m. Eastern. So that's a long void course. And the theme for this one is release. All right, because the moon is in Pisces, and we will get into that. So, per usual, what is the moon? The moon is mind, emotions, reflection, home, privacy, nurturing, needs, security, women, mother's milk, nationality, motherland. It rules the sign of Cancer and the fourth house, and it rules rapid changes, especially emotional. The moon domiciles in Cancer, is in its detriment in Capricorn, it's exalted in Taurus, and it falls in Scorpio. All right, what is Pisces? That's a great question, and people have been trying to answer that for millennia, because Pisces is the culmination of all the previous 11 signs, right? So it's like an old person or an elder. I'm not going to say an old person, an elder, right? An aged elder. You really can't predict what they're going to do most of the time, because they've had so many life experiences, a lot of which you haven't had. And, they come out of left field a lot. So they're very, very nebulous, and actually that's a pretty good representation. The ones, especially the ones who are close to the end, because Pisces is the end, they become more and more unpredictable, because they have more and more to draw upon that you don't know about, right? But what is Pisces? It's the feet. It's the bottom, the last body part, right? It's illusions and delusions, addictions, solitary places, prisons, hospitals, rehab, nebulousness, the unexplainable, and the all, because it's the culmination of everything. Spirituality, spiritual places such as ashrams and temple, also isolated places such as hospitals, prisons, and hospices, right? Especially the hospice because it's an isolated place that you go to at the end of your life, all right? And it also rules the 12th house, okay? Pisces is the domicile of Jupiter and Neptune, the detriment of Mercury and Pluto. It is the exaltation of Venus and the fall of Mercury, all right? So, third quarter moon, a third quarter moon. This phase begins with the full moon that just occurred a few days ago in Aquarius, when the sun and moon are opposite each other in the sky. It's now that the moon can be seen rising in the east at sunset a bit later each night as this phase progresses. This time corresponds to the culmination of plans and to maturity. All right. So the moon in Pisces. I'm gonna correct that. Yeah, I'm gonna correct that. I got it wrong. The moon in Pisces. Okay. This sign belongs to the planet Neptune, the ruler of altered states of reality. When the moon slips into this sign, sleep, meditation, prayer, alcohol, or drugs are what we crave. Whatever induces a trance-like state that will allow us to escape from the harshness of reality. The moon in Pisces sets out to woo us, to cast a spell on us, and to convince us that everything's all right. Now is when we're most susceptible to emotional assaults of any kind, when we feel fuzzy, dreamy, nostalgic, wistful, or impressionable. Now, too, is when we are at our most spiritual, when our boundaries are at their thinnest, when we're most compassionate, intuitive, and sensitive to those less fortunate. This is the time to attend a spiritual group or a religious gathering. That's from the Llewellyn 2022 Astrological calendar, because there's like a book in the back of it. And for those on YouTube, I will leave a link to that if you're interested in getting your own. I think I'll leave a link for the 2023 one too. Let's see. So, what is the moon in Pisces agriculturally? It is very fruitful, moist, and feminine. So you got like 3 minutes to like take advantage of it because it's about to go void in 3 minutes. Used for planting most things, especially good for root growth. All right. Let's see. All right. So the thing, oh, I went through this quick. That's what's up. Okay. So the thing, I'm not gonna make it. I thought I'm like, I might actually be able to beat the void, but it doesn't matter because I already beat it. Let's see. So the theme for this one is release. All right. And this goes again back to associations. I guess that's just the theme of this quadrant. All right. And I'll get into what a quadrant is in a second. Disclaimer: I love my people. Love is really not a strong enough word. All right. But I'm going to use it for the sake of conversation. Some may be burned or butthurt by the following commentary, which is based on observation before, during, and after careful study of history. You know, I'm gonna try to leave my opinion out as much as possible because I really don't have one because I study so much that I actually kind of know stuff. Right. So this harkens back to recent IG drama, which is why I'm not going back on it except for purposes of commerce, and they will never get a dime out of me. It's just for free ad space. So, wise Moors, as far as the IG drama, the wise ones are realizing what's going on. All right. And the wise ones are abandoning this swamp and they're focusing on the movement and the interested people instead. All right. So the Piscean culmination and the final quadrant. Okay. This is the winter quadrant. All right. And by quadrant, okay, you look at the zodiac wheel, right? And there's 12 sections in that wheel. If you divide it into four, the 4 seasons, you get 3 sections in each one of those quadrants, right? The spring quadrant, Aries, Taurus, Gemini. The summer quadrant, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. The autumn quadrant, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. and the winter quadrant, which is the one we're in. This is the moon, for the moon right now. We're in the winter quadrant of Capricorn, Aquarius, and now it's wrapping up in like 1 minute. No, it won't wrap up until almost 5 o'clock this afternoon. So this winter quadrant ends in Pisces, and then it starts again in the spring with the new quadrant starting with Aries, right? So the winter quadrant is what has been established in Capricorn, what has been tested in Aquarius, and what has been realized or dies in Pisces. So what has been established? And we're just looking at the last what? 7 days? Last week, I guess. How long is a quadrant? I'll have to do that. I should have done that before. I'm not gonna do it now. So since the moon entered, actually I can look at it. Since the moon entered Capricorn, and that started because I have my calendar right here. So the moon entered Capricorn, or it was a week ago. It's long. I was right. It was a week ago. On Monday, August 8th. So that was about a week ago when this quadrant began. And the moon just went void, of course. It's 11:11 a.m. So let me wrap this up because it's the void course moon is a good time to finish things up. And I'm almost done. So again, the winter quadrant, what has been established in Capricorn, what has been tested in Aquarius, and what has been realized or dies in Pisces, right? It can either live or die in Pisces, right? What has been established, right? Who are the teachers and who are the athletes? Athletes are out here playing games for cheers, getting support that should be going to the teachers, the ones actually making a difference to the here, now, and the future, right? What has been tested? The might, thought, and love of all involved. And that's a little shout out to the studious. You'll know where that reference of the might, the thought, and the love is coming from, right? Teachers are actually defending themselves against sport fans. This really like blew up when the moon went into Aquarius, right? Because Aquarius is the sign of rebellions, specifically the rebellion of young adults, all right? Those just coming into their own. The resulting dragging, though unfortunate, proved who's worthy of consideration and who's here just for entertainment, all right? Because it's messed up. Teachers are defending themselves, not against the athlete, against their fans. Athletes as in package sellers, opinionated, the ones that don't present no sources, and their credibility is based in clicks and likes, not anything they actually produced, right? So what has been realized? Some are meant for the fire, right? And that's a quote that's attributed to Elijah Poole Bay, but considering how much he stole, I'm just gonna say it's attributed to him. I don't think he actually came up to it. But I grew up in NOI, so I can talk crap about him. I was up in there, I joined the NOI in September of 1976, because that's when my sister and I were conceived around that time. Our parents were married in the NOI. So I get to speak on this because I was there until I left at 18, because they weren't giving me what I didn't feel like I was getting anything from them. I'm not gonna badmouth them. I'm just saying I have a place to speak on this topic. It's not based on opinion. Okay. So according to a lot, and I actually heard his son Wallace Dean Muhammad, because he was the imam at the masjid my family and I attended. But he used to quote his father a lot, saying, yeah, some are meant for the fire, right? And that's a biblical reference, right? Well, it's only going to be 144 saved. That's not 144,000 people. That's 144,000 men and those under their care. So it's way more than 144,000 people. But that is referring to us. All those scriptures, that ain't got nothing to do with anybody else on this planet. They are for spittle. That's in the Bible, all right? They are spittle. It is not to demean them, but this whole thing, the astrology, like stuff, I'll get into that. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off track. But all of those warnings are for us. That book ain't for nobody else but the descendants of the Israelites, right? It don't matter who you claim descent from, Abraham or Ruth, all right? We're all family. We're all one house, all right? So those scriptures are only referring to us. So the ones meant for the fire is only referring to us. I don't care what happens to the rest of y'all. The fact that the scriptures say you are for spittle, I guess you're gonna dry up and blow away. All right. So what has been realized? The doors to the ark have closed. The sincere are retreating back to their labs and out of the social media cesspools. I actually heard Grand Sheik Cujo. He actually, like, of course he was snapping. Um, he's like, he's done. You know, he's still gonna be teaching and whatnot, but he's just not engaging in this nonsense anymore. Good for him. I don't know what that means because he just said it yesterday, so we got to see what that actually looks like. But yeah, I'm right there with you, which is why I'm here, right? Um, so the sincere retreating back to their labs, i.e., the nebulous clouds of Pisces are moving in. The fanboys and groupies will now be forced to wonder and guess what's going on in the nation. Because I, for one, am not going to be telling y'all what's going on. You're welcome to go on my website, like the other people, instead of searching for ways out of problems. How about I be proactive, find out who I am, find out who they are, and realize they can't give me no problems. I can only create my own. All right. So that even harkens back to the handful saved, right? I've been said it years ago. The time for missionary work is over. I guess now, more are starting to agree with me because people don't want it. They like the easy route. They like to be entertained, and they really, struggle to want to learn. People don't want to work. Lazy, I guess. I don't get it, but thank goodness, because I guess if you get it, then you understand it. So you probably got it in you. So this goes back to the Aquarian rebellion. So it's a generational conflict, and I guess everybody's got to go through it. you know I don't really think my generation did it that much because we're the children of the baby boomers, that Pluto and Leo generation, the one that's running the world right now. And there was just no getting around them, so we just like, we'll just go over here and read a book, learn something, go outside and actually meet people. you know we not dancing in front of screens all day, so I guess that's why it's not that big of a deal to us. All right. So again, if you've had ankle biters sniffing around your works, congratulations, you've been vetted. All right. Retreat back to your lab, raise the clouds, and let folks wonder what's going on. Because if it's any of their business, they won't have to ask. It will just show up, or they'll be brought to it, or vice versa. I guess that's it, though. Oh, the tarot for this lunation, and this will be able to be viewed on YouTube. The tarot for this lunation, I'm using the tarot of the Moors. All right. So the three cards are, I couldn't find one for the moon and Pisces. So I'm like, okay, so what would fit this one? Oh, let me just pull cards for this quadrant because it's been a rough one. It's been a doozy. All right. So the three cards pulled were the Jinn, the Star, and the Ascetic. And that's from the tarot of the Moors. In the traditional tarot, the Jinn is the devil, the Star is the star, and the Ascetic is the hanged man. So the devil is Capricorn, right? That's where this quadrant started, where we establish testable boundaries. This card shows two people tethered but not bound to one another. They can leave or release the person or situation whenever they wish. Okay. The next card is the Star, which is Aquarius, where you have cut away the ungainly parts and are left with something to benefit the future generations, which is why Aquarius rules what? Innovation, the future. It really does. Aquarians are always ahead of their time. See, brother R. Sheldon Mackenzie L., his shoes, and now everybody got those shoes. And his face quote, he has a sweatshirt with face, and the face is created by different words of affirmation. And now everybody got that. He came out with that, like, I won't even say a year before everybody else. I started seeing it like celebrities have that. I'm not saying they got it from him. I'm just saying, yeah, it figures that an Aquarius came up with it first. So the Aquarius is where you have cut away the ungainly parts and are left with something to benefit the future generations. And the Ascetic, or the hanged man. The Ascetic is Pisces, where the learned masters, using the lessons from Capricorn and Aquarius, Go within to enlighten in even further. So rather than be distracted by the immaturity and toxicity displayed by I'm not trying to beat up on the youth. I really am not. I'm a mom. I have a daughter that age. You know, I went to school to teach these people. These are the people that I was actually teaching, you know. So no, it's not, it's just that I think y'all can do better. And shout out to the ones who already are, right? This is coming from a place of love. It really is, because you're our future, right? And it's just like, oh my goodness, is this how our numbers are going to be cut? Because all the dummies, all the lemmings are jumping off the cliff chasing after clicks and likes. But hey, to each their own, you know. Far be it from me to be trying to impose something on somebody or tell somebody what they need to be doing. No, I'm just giving you something for consideration, and you do what you want, right? So, conclusion, we out. Y'all have fun down below while we look at you from this apparatus. The apparatus is more science and applying it correctly and acknowledging where it came from. That part, if you don't do that part, it'll work for a minute, exactly 1 minute, right? And then it's going to blow up in your face and you're going to have to deal with it for longer than a minute. Well, you could have joined when you had a chance. I'm not saying join what, you know, you don't have to join like in the physical sense, like fill out paperwork. Just, you know, join as in do it right. You know, stick to the scripture. Stop listening to folks. You can, I mean, you can be like, I don't understand that. Let me go ask somebody. And if you've been studying, you will be led to the correct teacher. But if you're just trying to hurry up and get something now, yeah, you're going to get something. And then you're going to have to go back and backtrack and do it right. So now you've wasted time. All right. The boat has left the dock and is now passing over the horizon. So y'all be cool. That's it for me. And yeah, this going to be uploaded to YouTube with graphics. And that's it for me. Peace and love, y'all. Bye-bye.